Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. We're saving and continuing on Blueprints. It's episode 22. Should be day 19. And in the last episode, we learned a couple key things. One, I need to make a burning glass soon because there are ruby candlesticks all around the house that have mechanical something or other with them that we need to use that on. I realized after the end of the last episode, I should probably keep track of where those ruby candlesticks are. So, ruby candlesticks, chapel, and I don't know if there were any others. That's the one that I saw last time. We also purchased a couple books. We made good use of the frozen funds that we got from the run 2 episodes ago, and purchased 2 books, including one of the most expensive books in the game. I am so excited to get to read that, the unredacted history of Arindia. Can't wait. Let's see what we get up to today. I was really hoping for... Fuck. I was really hoping for classroom again. I don't know if I've drafted hovel. I'm going to pick it. I am going to pick it. I don't know if I've ever drafted it. Squalid dwelling on the edge of the estate belonging to one of the groundskeepers. Okay. Dead end. It's unusual. This is my first time drafting it. I didn't think I'd drafted it. Bear traps. Planks randomly on the walls. A loom? A straw bed? What the fuck is this? Oh boy! 45292 in different colors? What the fuck does that mean? Rare's room 46? What the fuck does that mean? We got a shovel, which is exciting. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. A lit candle, by the way. Okay, let's take it a step at a time. Notice of termination. Mr. Ravane. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundkeeper of Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You're required to vacate the hovel, I don't know how to say it, by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service. Wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage. House manager. I do have written down Denny Ravane, no longer. Stealing mail. I think it says stealing mail. Hell yeah. Denny Ravane. Lived in hovel. My notes are a mess at this point. My Denny Ravane notes are like... start up here, they go around down to here, and then around down to here, all over other parts of... It's a mess. It's a mess. Very interesting lore here. Now this, 45 rooms, antechamber sealed. 2 wings, 9 ranks. 2 starting rooms. I think that has to mean... entrance hall or whatever, and outdoor room. What the fuck does 2 starting rooms mean? 45292 coinc. Oh, we gotta take screenshots of all this shit. What am I doing? 45292 in multiple colors. Blue, purple. Sorry, blue, pink, purple, yellow. The color of that has to mean something. Where is room 46? Hovel notes is what this is called. 7590. Tested my full house theory. No luck. As expected in red. What the fuck does that mean? 45292? I mean, it's possible. No? Hovel letter. And then we get to turn this, which should be the 4th flame. Here is my prediction for what this is going to do. I think it has something to do with the fountain out front. It's going to turn the 4th flame on. And then what it will do from there is a big question mark. But okay, never mind. Is that an elevator? Amazing. I should have said it had something to do with the seal on the ground. That seal on the ground was looking suspicious from the start. I just want something to happen with that. Oh, by the way, a crate, by the way. A crate. Of storage. I don't know. I just really want something to happen with that fountain out front. Okay, hovel was immediately interesting. Of course, the rest of the game now the rest of this run gets very confused, but it kind of doesn't matter because we can go to the fucking thing. So here's the next question. Before we go down there, what is it going to be? Because we're about to find out. I think it's going to be one of these. Foundation elevator? That doesn't sound like it. That's the thing that should be like... If the map makes sense, it should be like up here. 3 is cliffside exit. 5 is... fountain entrance. Oh boy, I don't know. So the exciting, I think this should probably go to the like tomb/underground area. And here's what is very exciting about this to me. I now don't have to draft tomb to get there. Is what that would mean if this is what I think it is. Is that a keyhole? Oh, we're going. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, if this is the basement key, that's a weird way to make a key. Because this isn't a way... I don't take an elevator to get to my basement, do you? An outside elevator? So where on the map is this, do you think? I don't know. Aha. Oh. Okay, so these are those weird things we were seeing earlier. Like those. Scripps and Rudford Mining Company Excavation Department. Foreman's log number 3. 1915. As our client, Thomas Sinclair, suspected... This is the Baron. The Baron Thomas Sinclair is responsible for this shit. Cliffside exit. It does have an arrow. So maybe we're sort of off the map on the cliffside exit right now. That could be true. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Arcade? I don't know of a meaning of arcade that is not a video game place. Interesting. Sounds like but it kind of makes sense in the way that, like, think of how many never mind, we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. I have some thoughts. But last week when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we've uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly. Every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels, packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. I do have a shovel. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. This is Foreman's log 3. I was just sitting here being like, there's a lot of like architectural type words that end in ADE, like promenade, facade. I don't know. Foreman's log 3. Arcade. I kind of want to Google the etymology. But I'm not going to. Just yet. Okay. So, dead end. More of these crates. Dead end places. Soil. Hello. Hello. Oh, yes. No. Wait, what? Oh, no. Oh, no. This has got to be a puzzle of, like, when you put them in the correct spot, things will unlock. It's almost like I should have taken amazing notes up to this point. If I had to guess, but here's the thing. So there are a couple things this could mean. A couple puzzles this could be. One, you have to draft a house full of rooms, then place these according to where the rooms that you drafted have the items that you drafted. 2, that I consider that to be the less likely version, where if you draft study, for instance, which I think has the king in it, then you... Rumpus room has this. I'm like 99% sure. And I'm pretty sure bedroom, guest bedroom, or bedroom, guest bedroom, the one that is an L, has pawn. I don't know about the knight. Don't know about the rook. I've seen the rook somewhere for sure. Where did I see it though? I think that's the less likely option. I think more likely, similar to the sketches, is that when you draft a room in this specific spot, it has this specific... Sorry. Whatever room you draft in this specific spot, it has this specific piece in it, no matter what room it is. What I'm going to do here is make a list of which pieces. Pawn, Knight, bishop, rook, queen, king. And we're going to write down sort of chess notation where we would see them, when we see them. That's not a thing I think we can solve right now, as is. I think we need to do some more note-taking. It's possible we could have looked at that beforehand and figured it out, but only if we would have noticed things perfectly, you know? And I never notice things perfectly. Okay, that's a closed-off room. This is a book. Foreman's copy of Realm and Rune? Sigils of the Past. Holy shit. Do not remove from sight. By Professor R. Willard. Published in 1905. Okay. I believe the title of this was Realm and Rune. Sigils of the Past and Present. I'm going to call this Realm and Rune 1. Even though I think this is kind of like the redacted version. We're probably just going to actually have 2 versions of this book. Blank of the first era found blank, either of a natural resulting from the creations of, were accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the blank of their realm might not be understood by strangers. The language of their realm, the secrets, I don't know. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture. By the way, shout out to this game. We're 20 episodes in, whatever, how many episodes in, and we're getting new stuff constantly. Oh my god. We're in an entirely new area of the game. An entirely new puzzle is upon us. 2 new puzzles, runes and chess. I love this game. Sigils predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. Excuse me, please use an Oxford comma in the future. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. I have to say very quickly, I've been watching campaign 1 of Critical Role, and this probably is not going to ring true with almost any of you if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it and you don't remember this. But every time I see the word sigil now, I think about how Matt Mercer mispronounced Sigil for like 20 episodes. Shout out to Critical Role, though. It's been wildly entertaining. I get the hype. Anyways, the sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Teach me to speak a language. I'm happy that this is the only game, not the only game. It's one of the only games that has me so happy to learn a new language. Teach me. Each sigil is composed of 4 things. The core, the dividing lines or rays, the moats, and the border. The core, the different shapes. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Okay. Here is where we might be able to do a little bit of comparing and contrasting between a couple different books and pieces of information. Okay. So, sorry, I'm pulling up a document real quick. O-R-I-N, Orindia. F-E, Fen. E-R, A-J-A, Iraja. A-R, C-H. C-O-R, I don't know. C-O-R, C-O-N, C-O-R? Looks like an R. That said, we're still missing the rest of the info. We're missing lots of info there, but... So, to me, this says several examples from well-known kingdoms? I don't know. The rays. Something forth from the core will come, spreading lines, splitting the sigil from one sigil to another, a different number style. The differences in these immediately reveal several things about the realm. I don't know. There's lots of information here that we just can't piece together. / it might be foolish to incorrectly. Transportation, ships, expanse. What we'll do is we'll save all of this information, and then we will find a copy of this very soon, hopefully, where all of the pieces are from the bookshop, where all the pieces are still there, and maybe we can make something of it. Ship routes, carriages, locomotion. These are going to teach us about galloping, horses. This is going to teach us about different modes of transportation that the rays probably show us. This could be the border, probably. So this is what? Realm, and I've been saving all of the pictures. Realm and Rune 7. Wavy lines are used to indicate heat, scorched air and blazing sun. Rainy realm. Vertical lines pouring down. Why is that italicized? Stormy, lightning shaped. Ray dotted with falling circles is snow. Windy weather. Bent curved lines. Rays buckling underneath the high winds. Okay. Well, I guess we should look for more sigils. And I guess we need to figure out how to get in here. Damn. Probably that chest puzzle right there that does it. Okay, off to a great start on this episode already. Very interesting. Now we get to start actually drafting rooms. I don't like how creaky this elevator sounds. Honestly, freaks me out a little bit, personally. Oh my god, I'm so happy we got the four flames working. Next, we got to figure out what's the deal with all these bird baths. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. We're looking for sigils. We're looking for chess pieces. We're looking for ruby candlesticks. I swear regular bedroom has a chess piece in it. Does storeroom have a chess piece in it? Like parlor? God, this game is good. I'm thinking about solving 6 different puzzles at once. How can that possibly be true? The next question, I guess, is... Does it matter the color of the pawn? I'm going to write down black pawn as its own thing and call this B1. Okay, so here's the second thing that I think probably is a part of this puzzle. If I had to guess, pawns, there's going to be multiple spots they can be. I think if I were designing this puzzle, I would make king and queen in like 1 or 2 locations on this grid. I would put pawns on like 10. I'd put bishop on 3 or 4, rook on 2, etc., etc. Like so that you could have multiple. Does that make sense? So that you can have multiple combinations. For one reason in particular. What if a person picks I can't believe Foundation could throw an enormous wrench in all of the puzzles. I cannot believe it does not reset each day. It's gonna cause me a headache on my other my like sketching thing. You know? Sorry, now I'm just thinking about sigils. Anyways. So my guess is we're probably going to find pawns in many rooms. I don't know. 2 of these statements are true. Statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Okay, I immediately think this is false and the gems are in here. But let's think through it some more before we just gut instinct rip it. This is the key. Gems are in a box with a true statement. If true, if this one is true, gems are in a box with a true statement. Then these both cannot be true, and this one sort of presupposes that they will be true. If this one is false, this can be true, and this can be true. They complete each other. I think we have to do this. It needs to have 1 false. Yeah. It's got to have 1 false, not 2 false. Which I think means that's the only thing that could happen. Okay. Oh boy. So hallway here would be great. Step requirement 3. Yikes. We're just gonna run out of steps today, that's for sure. Let's do a little hallway. Bedroom we should do eventually because it'll give us a more steps, which we need. Chess pieces. Not seeing anything. Looking for ruby candlesticks. Not seeing anything. Pantry here is fine. Security here. I don't remember. I feel like security might have rook on it. Let's take it just in case. Am I crazy? It's got knight. I was like, it's got something in the upper right-hand corner. That's knight A2. I knew it. Ah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm so happy I remembered that. Like, it's got something up there. And maybe it is a rook if it's in a different slot. I don't know. Right now, it's a knight. There's different phones around the house, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and take magnifying glass here from the thingy. I swear Rumpus Room had bishop, and that would be like D. It was like D5, D4, the one time that I saw it. So let's see here. We need staff services. We need special order, place a special order, magnifying glass. For now, that's just the safe bet. I'm still going with magnifying glass just because knowledge is the best reward. If I can use the knowledge to... If I can use the magnifying glass to get a new piece of knowledge, that's better for me in the long run than getting something a little bit better on my run, most likely. Keycard system. We want it to be low and offline mode to unlocked. Back. Okay. So we're wasting footsteps. We're spending footsteps. I'd love to have money, just because it's nice to have. Furnace is interesting, because I've only drawn this room once, I think. And now I think about it with freezer. I hate drawing red rooms, though. It's like pantry. The red rooms also tend to have, like, bad for your footsteps kind of... Not all of them, but a lot of them have, like, bad for your footsteps kind of situations. Which is no good, obviously, on a run where I'm already spending footsteps. Okay, so for now, let's continue. Den would be great here. We're going to take Den. Oh, I got to figure out what to do with my gems. I have gems. Oh, shit. But they're not going to be useful for anything. Because of hovel. Shit. That's such an interesting twist. Let's go back and go the other ways. Bedroom here. I kind of want to look at it. I don't think it's going to matter, though. We'll use bedroom because this is actually a fine spot to get rid of bedroom. Okay, so normal pawn, this is what? C... This is C2. C2. No ruby. Okay. Let's go the other direction. See what we can find. I can spend money to get gems occasionally from the commissary. I can... Oh, boy. This is bad. We'll take commissary here. Can I trade gems for other things? I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can buy gems. I can buy a key. Magnifying glass. Set of gems. Okay, so magnifying glass for 4. I think we should probably just go ahead and buy it. That's fine. Although I should probably save my money for fucking kitchen. Shit, I should have thought of that. That's alright. Chapel means you lose money. That's alright. Got the ruby thing, but we can't really do anything with that just yet. Let's go Nook. Okay, we're taking notes on... Nook has had chess pieces in it in the past. Rook. Okay, so Nook is currently D2. I'll be honest with you that I'm kind of thinking my 2 options for how that chess puzzle works might be wrong. Sorry. I think I've been saying the second option is more likely. I could be wrong. I think it could still be the first option. Does the color matter there? And if it is, then that means I need a bishop, a king, and a queen on this run, and then I could potentially go down there and solve it. You know I love library. Billiard room gives you keys, though. I can't afford anything for off of library. I can request a book. We'll take library. I can request a book. What should I request? Oh, a gem. Thank you so much. I can't use that shit at all. We should double check that there are no chess pieces up top. So, let's do drafting strategy 5. As much as I want to do the first edition. Let's do it. I highly doubt there are any chess pieces in here. I feel like I would remember that. I don't see any. Okay. Launder currency. Now is the time to do it. Oh, it's a dead end though. Shit. Workshop could also be great for burning glass. Requires metal detector and magnifying glass. I do have a shovel. Launder currency is a dead end, and I don't have that many forks. Which makes me real nervous. But we've also never taken it. This run, I think, is overall sort of cooked in that it, like... in that the footsteps are going to be a problem for me. So let's take rooms we've never seen before while we have the opportunity to take them, you know? Bleach. There's laundry. Garage keys. I sometimes put my keys through the wash. That's a funny way to make that spawn. Trash can. Oh! Service cost. I don't have coins for any of this shit. Fuck. Oh, no. Okay. 10 coins to exchange all of your keys with all of your money at a 1-to-1 rate. All of your keys with all of your diamonds, which I would love to do, but I can't afford it. Or all of your diamonds, gems, and all of your money. Yeah, well, I can't afford any of that shit, so that sucks. I can always come back once I get 2 more coins, but... A standard hub of domestic toil, complete. With washers, dryers, and a state-of-the-art steam-powered unit, leveraging the newly installed steam ducts leading from the boiler room. See, I wondered about this. Despite its innocent appearance, this inconspicuous space is rumored to launder more than just linen. So here's what I was thinking when I walked in. This... Oh, I didn't even see this. I was just thinking this right here has too much going on. I wonder if it is just a free version of this. But this right here has too much going on in terms of the design. If you bring power to it, I think you can probably do something there. But I don't have power and I don't have coins. So here we are. Dead End City. Regretting buying that magnifying glass now, aren't I? $39 steps. 38 steps. Into the den where we get another gem upon is C1. Sorry, this is A1. What am I talking about? A1. A3. Jesus Christ. A3. Okay. No ruby. We've been in here before and there was no ruby. I'm just trying to double check things. How much changes? Do we go for this? If this gives me a gym, I'm going to be pissed. This is a run that I can gamble on. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so bad. This is a run I can gamble on because it's already cooked. It's already bad. Lose money. Great. Love it. Nursery. Gain 5 steps. We should do that right now. Absolutely. Now, what's in the nursery? We're looking at the plate at the house with new eyes. We're looking at the house with new eyes. What's in the nursery? Nothing particularly exciting. We have a sketch, but it's just tie and tier. We already knew that. It was an R. Big old goose. A mobile. There's a gym. What's this book called again? The Red Prince? I'll be right back. I'm going to take a screenshot of The Red Prince. Just so I've got it in my notes. BRB. I have to say, I honestly really like this book. As a person who's been reading a lot of children's books, a lot of very silly, very... I don't even know what the right word is. I've just been reading a lot of bedtime books for very, very young kids recently. When I put my daughter to bed. So, I like that one though. It's more, it's sort of meta. It's fun. You know what I don't need is more goddamn gyms. Oh, garage. I have car keys, but I don't have power. All that does is give me what? Coins? I don't know. Patio is a non-dead end, though. Corridor is also a non-dead end. Let's take corridor. Chess pieces in here. Were there chess pieces? This is A3, yeah. So this had a pawn in it. Okay. Chess pieces. I don't see any. Okay. Ruby lamps. I don't see any. Ruby candlesticks. Oh boy. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. This is costing me steps though. God, this is ugly. This is the ugliest drafting of all time. A veranda. Got some coins. Up to 5 coins. Great. A metal detector. Now we do need a workshop. If we could get a workshop and the chapel, we could actually do that thing. Turnip. Thank you. Thanks for the 6 steps. So, right, because we got metal detector, we got magnifying glass, which equals a burning glass. Good thing we wrote that down. 0 keys. Fuck! And that's all she wrote. Damn, dude. What is up? What a weird... What a weird little run. A strange little run this one was. I am not a fan of hovel, but I am very much a fan of the new area that it unlocked for me and the new puzzle. And you know what? Holy shit. I want to try it. That's the wrong way. I might honestly be able to pull off the chess quiz if I get lucky. And you're sitting there saying, Ryan, I don't believe you. And I'm sitting here saying, you're right, you shouldn't believe me. However, you should definitely doubt me. However, I have current locations for pawn, knight, and rook. I have, in my mind, a really good memory of where king and queen both were. and a decent memory of where Bishop was. So, it might seem a little brute forcey, but I don't know that it is. I don't know. I mean, you may think this is brute forcey, and you may look down upon me for trying this, but I feel like really, basically, I want to test my memory, and that's kind of what I'm gonna do right now. So here's what I remember. So we just discovered pawn was either C2 or A3. It lights up. That's amazing. Rook, D2. So that's D2. I am now curious about pawn in B1. That works, even though it was a black pawn, so that's good to know. It's only lighting up, I think, because we've already solved it. Unless, do I have king and queen backwards? Yeah, no, I had it correct. I think, so, knight we took in A2. So her ladyship's quarters, I am 99% sure. Her ladyship's chambers is where I found this. And it was like, it was on the west wing. I think it was like one of these 4 slots. Study is where I found this one, which I think was right here, at least one of the times. And bishop was rumpus room, because I remember looking at the diagonals on the floor, which was like somewhere around here. However, it appears we've just learned a very important thing, which is that we get confirmation. This pawn should light up on A3, B1, and C2. As far as we know, it shouldn't light up anywhere else. B3 as well? Is there a pawn in there? I don't remember one, but maybe it's in the book. Is it in the book? It absolutely could be in the book, which would be funny. Either way, so I think that my suspicion that there were two there are 2 possible ways I imagined the puzzle could go. I thought it was the second one. It appears to actually be the first one. You have to come back down here after you've drafted them all. So, in the next round, we'll restart and keep track of these and see if we can't get a pawn, knight, bishop, rook, queen, and king, and go from there. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's go back up. Let's let's make a wish and call it an episode. The precipice is what this is called, by the way. Interesting. The precipice. Because you're right on the precipice of a solution. Man, this game's awesome. God damn it. It's also just so deep. So deep. Like I said, my experience right now is an amazing one in that I walk back into rooms I have drafted 10 times already, 12 times already, 15 times, 20 times. And I sit there and go, and I'm looking for 3 new things. I'm going, does it have a chess piece? Which piece? Does it have a ruby candlestick? Which piece? Does it have blank? This, that, the other? So funny. Okay, now we're going to check the metal detector. Metal detector is not going off. It's fucking weird. Oh my god, I just now read that. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Does that mean that those are spawning in more often? Not just that it's telling you when they are spawning in? Holy shit. Okay, we'll call it a day right there. We got at least 1 new room with laundry room. 2, hovel, obviously. Hovel. Yeah. 3. Had I taken veranda before? Precipice, does that count as new? I don't know. That's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks so much for spending your time with me as we unravel this great puzzle game. God, I'm enjoying it. Much love. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.